That is a cracking finish by Potsy. That really is a cracking finish by Potsy. Unbelievable. Hello, welcome. I'm Devil Sniper. This is Season 2. This is episode number 16 of our career mode with West Ham United. And we have to make a short journey to Coventry to play them in the FA Cup. Well, it's not quite short, is it really? But it is a short journey because all I have to do is press a button and we're there. Look at that side. That's looking really good. Look, Diami's on the bench. We've rested Filippo. We've brought back in Knockhart. We're going to put Adrian in Cam, and Hawley's going to get a nice little run out. Hawley's a quality little player. I want to see him develop. It's really difficult because Benzia is sort of hitting a bit of form and he's growing really well. And on top of that, we've got Josie, who's just about regained his scoring boots, which is fantastic. But as you can see, Hall is the bright spark in the 15th minute. Great opportunity. Unlucky not to score, but then Benzia picks up the ball on the right hand side, knocks it into Hawley, and I've got to say, this is such a class finish. That is a class finish. Really, really is a class finish. So chuffed for the lad. You know, it's nice for him to come in to play a game. I'm not 100% sure about the celebration though. Really not sure about that celebration. I have no idea what button combination I pressed to make him do that, so I do apologise to Hall. That was different. But that's a cracking fish. That really was a cracking fish. And to be fair, Coventry really did put up a good fight. Bit of poor marking, bit of poor defending, really sloppy and lax. Gave them a half chance, but you shouldn't be giving teams like Coventry a half chance. That's no disrespect to Coventry. We just shouldn't be, because we seriously have some quality bloody players. We are building an absolute epic side. I'm still unsure why that wasn't a penalty. The referee seems to be quite biased, to be fair, which is really frustrating. But it's nice to give Nolan and Noble a run out. They interlink here quite nicely. You know, they've still got it. They really have. It's hard to get them into the side because we've got so many decent players, and it's so competitive to get into those positions. And look at Benzia. That is a fantastic turn. Moves onto his right foot. It doesn't matter if it's right foot or his left foot, and just slots the ball home in fantastic fashion. He really, really, really is growing into a brilliant player. He's actually increasing at such a steady rate, which is so nice. Adrian picks the ball up. He unleashes with his left foot. Oh, so close. And yet there's another player who's fantastic. I can't thank you guys enough for helping me pursue Adrian, because we pursued him since season 1. You know, it's been a long, long time. You know, 3 transfer windows we've pursued him for, and we got him in transfer window number 4. Yes, the Christmas one. So we got him in transfer window number 4. So that's an epic amount of time to be chasing one solitary player. But as you can see, we're going to give Diami a game. He's going to partner Sissoko in the centre of the park. 2 CDMs. That's going to be epic. Sterling comes back into the side. Filippo comes back in the side, but he's going to be playing on the left. Adrian is still going to keep his position in Cam. Benzia and Josie start up front. Hall's going to drop to the bench. It's so difficult for Hall to actually force his way into the team. Hopefully he will. I've got faith in him. He really is a quality player. You know, I've got big hopes for him, and he gives us another option. You know, he's quite pacey. He's quite a tricky little player, and as we saw in the previous game, he can finish when he's got the opportunity. But look at Filippo and look at that ball. He is just becoming fantastic. He really is becoming the all-round player. Is he better than Gabs? That's a really big question. Is he better than Gabs? I think he will become better than Gabs. I mean, he can finish with both feet, as we've seen. But to say he's better than Gabs at this moment in time, that's a big statement I've made, a really big statement. But I've got to say, he's my talisman at the moment. He really is my talisman. Look, he knocks the ball inside to Josie. Josie, using his intelligence, cuts back, spots Diami. Diami with an absolute blistering shot that is quite clearly handballed. Obviously, if he wants to do that, he should really go and play handball on the beaches. That's not for the football pitch. That really isn't for the football pitch. Diami had a rush of blood and he thought he was going to take the penalty. But no, it's alright. Benzia is our new penalty taker. He's taken over from the now departed Gabs, who's, if you don't know, has gone to Marseille, and he left for 6.5 million. He also took my copy of FIFA 13 on the Xbox, which is really frustrating, but there you go. Anyway, Benzia slotted the ball home really well. Nice bit of power, but again, straight down the middle. Really got to learn to take penalties. I mean, Benzia's really got to learn to take penalties. How dare I blame myself for such inadequacies? And we went in at half-time winning 1-0. And to be fair, we were in control. We looked the better side. We played the better football. Josie with a fantastic turn slots into Filippo. And Filippo, oh, I tell you, he really is epic. And he's got some new boots. Some cracking yellow Adidas boots. I don't know if you guys know, but if you check the EAS FC catalogue, there seems to be new boots appearing every now and then. I felt this was harsh. You know, Diame was enjoying his football. You know, his first game back, proper game back. Now, I don't think he gets near the ball, but I don't see why he should be sent off. No, I think he was close enough to the ball to be just given a yellow card. The referee obviously didn't agree with me, and well, I'm a little bit disappointed. Adrian again with another little shot. He's such a cultured player. I can't thank you guys enough for helping me pursue him. Really, I can't, because he's fantastic. Same with the little deals for Benzia, the little deals for Filippo. You guys really have brought some cracking players into this career mode, and it's not all about me. It's about you guys as well, because you guys give me so much feedback and so many players. And a one-match ban, I think we got away with that quite lightly. He should have been seriously banned for 3 matches. Did they not see that tackle? It was bloody horrific. Absolutely horrific. How we got away with that, I really don't know. But in saying that, it's Diame. They must know that he's a talisman. Andy Carroll's still on our playing roster, which is really frustrating. And then Joey O'Brien is out for 6 weeks with a torn hamstring. And I was really contemplating playing him in right back as well. Gutted. Absolutely gutted. But not to worry. We're going to have a look at the scout. The scout has actually done something. He hasn't done anything for a little while. It's been really frustrating. And all of a sudden that email popped up and I was like, excellent, we've got somebody. 72 to 94 isn't going to make him the most greatest player. He's probably going to average out at around, I would probably say at around, I would say 84 to 86. But that doesn't matter. I'm looking forward to see how he does develop. And it's nice to get a player back. We have a little bit of cash, and I'm going to invest that into another scout. Now, unfortunately, the only one we could afford is a 1-star. I have a job offer from Belgium. And I've got to say, I know I said that I don't want to do an international job at all in the West Ham career mode. I'm still going to stand by that, but I've got to say, I tell you what, Belgium really got me thinking. You know, Lukaku, Fellaini, Hazard, Dembele, Company. Oh, that's quite a decent side. So I didn't actually make a decision. I just sort of like, do you know what? I really need to think about it. And the papers are correct, 100% correct. I do need more time, because basically the hold up in negotiations, as you all know, is Jaffa cakes. I demanded some Jaffa cakes. They've said, we're not sure. The Belgians don't seem to understand Jaffa cakes, and I was a little bit surprised and shocked, because Jaffa cakes is worldwide renowned, surely to God. They're so lovely. But anyway, while we're having a little brew, give you guys a chance to sit down, have a brew, and see how the boys are developing. And while we do that, while we watch what's going on in the background, we have the opportunity to do a really interesting live game for West Ham, and it'll be a fixture against Manchester United. I don't know how to. Perhaps you could put in the comments if you want to watch it, if you want to have it as a live episode on the weekend, or perhaps you don't. I don't know. I've recorded another episode which I'll be editing later in the week. And then I've got the opportunity for this fixture. And I think it's a really big fixture. And perhaps you guys would like to see it as a live episode and watch me probably rage, because I hate playing against Man United. They're probably one of the most frustrating teams to play against, a little bit like Arsenal, Chelsea and Man City, to be honest. Oh, and Fulham. They're such a pain in the arse, that side. I really do annoy me. But as you can see, the lads are growing so well. I mean, look at Sissoko, 82. He could still hit 83, maybe 84, but look at his stamina. He really is just, he's just so phenomenal. He just keeps getting better and better. Noble, obviously, he hasn't played a lot of games, so really he's not going to improve, probably, because he hasn't really played any games. Sterling is, his progression has actually sort of slowed down. I'm quite surprised, because he's been getting quite a lot of minutes on the pitch. And look at him. Look at Filippo. This guy is getting better and better and better. He's just absolutely phenomenal. His shot power is ridiculous. Look at that. The lad's only played, 1.5 games? And he's already improving and gone up +1 He's a bargain. And look at that, his value rocketed to 8 million quid. That's fantastic. And again, look at Benzia. He's improving. Rapidly improving. His finishing is fantastic. His finishing actually feels like he's an 80. At least 80, 82. Josie, as much as I've said, not in form, not a little bit out of form, etc., he's improving. He really is improving. Luke Shaw, obviously we knew that a few bits and pieces would go down just purely because he was robbed from us. He was robbed by EA from us, where it forced a simmed game upon us and it absolutely robbed us. But look, how much green can you get, Wardy? Wardy Prowse is just hogging the plus greens. It's ridiculous. And the same with Knockhart. Now, this is quite ironic. Knockhart hasn't had many games, hasn't had that many minutes on the pitch. Now, a lot of cameo roles, but again, he's just improving. There's our wonder lad, Eduardo. 16 bloody years old. He's phenomenal. Look at his attacking position. I'm sorry. That kid is going to grow into an absolute beast. Absolute beast. He really is. Someone said in the comments, I think in the last West Ham episode, that we should actually think about loaning him out for a season, and I quite agree, because he's going to find it difficult to get a lot of time on the pitch, and I want to loan him out for a season, bring him back. He'll be about 18, and then I think he'll be ready to literally play. As we saw there, Hawley is getting some decent statistics. Same with Winston Reid. Kevin Nolan, 31, so therefore, even though he hasn't played that many minutes, automatically he's just descended by -2. Now, when he hit 31, he was actually still playing quite regularly for us. He hit 31 and instantaneously, as soon as he hit 31, he dropped by -2. So I just want to say to EA, thank you ever so bloody much, you clueless bandits. It's so annoying. He hasn't become flipping jelly and ice cream. He's not a vegetable. He really isn't. It's just so flipping frustrating. That's the young lad I was talking about. 17-year-old centre-back. Gone up to +1. He started as a bloody 70. And that was found by our scout. And our scout is not brilliant. So I'm really chuffed with that. There's Elliot Hewitt. A lot of people didn't realise we still had Hewitt. We do have Hewitt. He's actually on loan at Dagenham and Redbridge. Been to see the lad a few times. Took him to the Jaffa Cake factory literally a few days ago. And Fisher is out on loan. He's going to find it hard to get in the team. Ravel Morrison, we're going to have to make a decision on this guy because he's only got like 8 months left on his contract. Same with Ruddock. I don't think Ruddock's going to get into the team, to be honest. It's just going to be so difficult for him. The same with Leggett. Now, I've got to say, I do love Sebastian Leggett. He is an absolute bloody beast of a player. But can he really force his way into a team that when you've got the likes of Filippo, Adrian, we've got such great players. We really have such great players. And there you go. I've got to say, Fulham supporters, do you actually like that kit? I personally think it looks horrible. But that's just my personal opinion. You may like it. I personally just think it just looks god awful. Absolutely awful. Don't like it at all. I don't know why Fulham had such a strange away kit. But looking at their form, you would think this would be a bit of a formality. I mean, they lost to Cardiff 2-1. They then drew with Blackburn. They then drew with Cardiff. And Sendros isn't there, which is quite a relief. Looking at their team, there's not too much strength and depth. I'm a bit surprised, I should say, that Berbatov is sitting on the bench. And again, as you can see, I've put Hall in the side. I'm giving Josie a bit of a rest because we have got such a glut of games. Adrian's going to have a rest as well. Sissoko's having a bit of a rest. We've got such a glut of games. And look at that table. Does that table not fill you full of joy? 10 wins, 13 draws, 1 loss. That table fills me with such joy. It really does. The hard work has really started to pay off. Season 1 was an absolute struggle. We had a huge learning curve in Season 1. I do feel, however, the Portsmouth career mode and the Arsenal career mode has actually benefited me as a player. And as you saw there, Fulham came at us at 100 miles an hour. I was literally on the back foot from early doors. And that was quite worrying. But look at this from Benzia. Oh my days. He is in scintillating, sparkling, elegant, graceful form. He really is. Look at that touch. Fantastic touch, control, poise and power. Slots in the bottom corner after 10 minutes and we're 1-0 up. That was a great relief because Fulham were literally powering through us. Benzia again, a fantastic shot, and there, who's there to slot it home? Wardy Prowse, my son, the hogger of all the green statistics. He just wants to improve. week in, week out, and he is improving week in, week out, and that was a fantastic finish. When you consider he's off balance, look, watch his ankle bend. Oh, that looked painful. His left ankle actually looked really painful. When he went down, I actually thought he'd snapped himself, but he hadn't. He got up, he walked away, it was fine. Great shot by Benzia. He really is, honestly, a fantastic bloody player. He really is brilliant. And then, all of a sudden, the switch was turned on. The rubber glove was placed on the hand of EA, and yes, they tried to invade me from the rear. What the flip was that all about? Seriously, come on. How can you give that as a penalty? Honestly, how can you give this as a penalty? It's ridiculous. It's not even ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's how ridiculous it is. He has an air shot. He hits my player. Surely that would have killed my player. Just because my player is strong and he eats his Jaffa cakes and he comes away with the ball, you know, how can you justify that as a penalty? I just don't understand how that is justification for a penalty. So obviously Fulham have a lucky penalty, then they hit a lucky post, and then the lucky ball goes over the lucky line. And I'm feeling rather unlucky. It's not good. That so annoyed me, so frustrating. Butland went the right way, but you know, I can blame myself slightly there for Butland. I did move to the left first and then I drived in the right direction. I dived in the right bloody direction. And as I say, you could feel the switch had been turned on, that EA was going to butt-fuck us. And I took that as a fair booking, to be fair, because I felt if he got through, that was going to be 2-2. And yeah, Nathaniel decided that he was going to give him a good kick. Again, I don't know if you noticed that, but Nathaniel's also wearing new boots. They're the blue and yellow Predators. Like I say, if you look in the EASFC catalogue, there seems to be a lot of new boots popping up every now and then. It's like I've only checked it, I think, I check it once a week, and every time I've checked it, new boots have been added. Like Gabs was wearing the lime green and white Nikes. They were newly added. But I don't seem to get an update for these to be added, which is really weird. But there you go. Anyway, I'm just rambling crap. That, again, is just an epic finish. And look how pissed off EA was. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's watch the replay. Let's watch the replay. Yep, no, they didn't want us to. That was so funny. That actually made me laugh. I actually sat there and felt, yeah, that's how I feel when you screw me over. When you screw us over, us the consumer over, that's how we bloody feel. And thankfully, we screwed over Fulham. 3-1 victory. That means we're on 46 points. I think it's 46 points. We really are moving up the table. So yeah, guys, if you want to see the Manchester United game live, leave a comment. I don't want to do the whole thumbs up thing because I think that's unfair. And I hope you really enjoyed that episode. I'll catch you later.